Yo, coming back with you live from
my mom's basement.
my mom's on this episode of Dragon Ball Z. Yo, what up, Low Gang? What's poppin'?
Oh no, it's every day, bro.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Bunk and Replay. No, okay. So last time actually is that you two are staring up at what
Lady Lullaby.
is Lady Lullaby. Thank you for remembering. Give me 1 second while I wake my fucking dog up so he's not snoring during this whole time.
Oh man,
Headphones off.
that's so
Dude, let
cruel.
him play.
Wake up, you bitch!
Dude, let him play.
Uh-oh.
Can't have you snoring. I love you,
He's a
but-
pit
oh
bull,
my
dude.
God,
You
not
don't F
snore.
with those.
Pitbull, he's just one bad day away.
Yeah.
You hear him growl when it will come up.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
What if we heard this big attack and then Diesel comes on the mic? He's like, "No, I'm the
DM.
Yeah, DM. Don't worry about the last guy."
All right. My whole goal for this session and the next following sessions is to be completely hands off.
Oh, jeez.
You guys have gone through the not completely hands off. If you need help, I'll help you. But you guys have gone through what is I like to refer to as the pilot episode.
The tutorial.
You have you have the information. You have basically the layout. I'm actually going to send you a map of the town. It's not good. I wasn't able to put it through my Photoshop like I wanted to because I kept like not knowing if I wanted to keep it this way. I've went through several iterations. So, and it's kind of hard to see, so you guys are going to have to look at it. I should have thrown it.
Yeah, you should have.
So
yeah, throw it in the
basically,
Discord, please.
Are you kidding me? I can't see that.
why not?
I just my eyes aren't registering it.
Yeah, you have to send a better picture than that.
Oh my god! Draw it on paint real quick or something.
I don't think that's not what he's getting at, dude.
Me?
No. You really want us to look at that? Or was this just a joke picture?
I mean,
I thought you were serious.
I thought this was a joke.
No, I don't think it is.
not really, no.
Alright, 1 second. I'm going to try to,
Yeah, let me just get my bifocals out.
God, I personally can't see this.
Lemon Town. Great Village. What? Melon Maza? What's that?
I think-
Mazza's Corn, Weston.
Oh,
I think it's Melon Plaza.
yeah, Plaza.
Yeah,
What's
it's
this other
Plaza.
one on the left? Is that like Apricot Away or something?
It's the Apple Hub.
Is this whole place named after a fruit?
Yeah, why are these fruits?
It's listen, it's sectioned off like that. There's like 4 different sections. There's several different sections of Chicago.
I mean, yeah, but
except-
it kind of looks like the 4 corners of the United States. Like, you just go right there in the middle and you're just hitting them all.
You mean Utah,
Yeah.
Nevada?
Yeah, the 4
Yeah.
corners.
Arizona and Alaska,
Yeah.
I think.
Okay, well listen, I'm gonna get you a better map, but that one is what I got right now.
Looking at your map, what's that one at the top?
Melon Plaza.
Okay, 1 second.
What's
That's
the little
that's
square?
the square is the mayor's office. That's basically the good part of town.
Okay, now the one to the left of Melon Plaza.
That's the Apple Hub.
Okay, 1 second.
And that's where the that's basically where you guys are right now. You guys,
We're in the Apple Hub.
yeah, because that's where the circus is, and that's where the statues are. That is where.
Is that where the
Alright,
clock
you
tower
guys-
is as well?
Yeah, the clock tower's in the center. The clock tower is
Oh,
literally
okay.
the center of town,
We got Lemon Town below that.
and that little square is the drop point.
And then to the right, is that Crane Village?
Grape.
That's Grape Village.
Great. We have all these fruits, and then he just decides to name them.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I was confused. Oh, it's Grape Village?
Yes.
Basically, that little square on the bottom is the drop point.
Is that where we came in?
Oh shit! I forgot to put House Cat Tavern. House Cat Tavern is in Grape Village. I want you guys to know it's like right on the border of Grape Village and Melon Plaza. But the drop point is the address for the powder that you and Elijah and it's what the Earth Genasi was telling you guys. Like, oh yeah, this is where we're gonna be dropping the powder. This is where we're supposed to go. All the information you guys have. Also, the 4 little things on the corners. Those are the bridges.
Okay. So is this whole area in the middle of a lake?
Kind of, yeah. In the center of town is the clock tower. I want you guys to remember that.
In the very center.
Clock tower in the middle.
See, that's a whole lot easier to look at.
You're right, but, like, listen.
Hold on. After we get done here, I'm going to copy that first photo you sent to us that was sideways, first of all. I'm just going to send it to, like, Ed and Dill and just be like, hey, man, here's the map.
I didn't have time to go to the Photoshop. Last night I was sitting in bed and then my eyes shot open. I was like, I forgot to edit the map. Fuck.
Weston.
So I'm going to set the scene now.
Immerse yourself.
The camera cuts abruptly to a shot just above the back of your heads as you guys are staring up at the clock tower, and then the camera shoots towards Lady Lullaby and comes just face to face with Lady Lullaby, staring into her blank white masked eyes, and then the camera slowly turns around to face the back of her head as she's staring down at you two.
How far away is she from us?
The clock tower is a good 30 feet away,
Okay.
like from the base of it. But if we're doing this on like geometric angles or something like that, she's pretty high in the air. The wind is howling. It has that type of creepy vibe as there's now smoke coming in now that the sun is gone. Smoke and mist and fog seem to cloud all around you, making alleyways that were visible during the day almost impossible to see now. And she's singing her song that you guys heard last time. This time it's now in more of a hum, and she's not repeating any lyrics, but she is still singing.
Is she looking at us, or is she kind of doing her own thing?
I need you to roll insight for me then.
Alright. Oh, crap.
Oh, we're off to a great start.
That was a nat 1, BJ's
I know.
first start.
I know.
Alright, can I roll insight then?
Yeah, you can roll insight, but Bagyo, based off of what Bagyo was like last time, he was deeply frightened. I want to say that he doesn't know, he can't catch his wits.
Okay.
It's like in that anime when their eyes are bulged out of their head and they're like, I don't understand what's going on. They're just talking to themselves in the head.
Here we go. What time of day is it at this point? Is it like dusk?
It's at night.
Okay.
The moon is out. Sun has set.
I got 13.
You don't know for sure if she's like looking at you specifically, but she doesn't have her sights set on you. Matter of fact, her singing. Both of you roll perception for me.
16?
Right.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I got a 16 plus 2, so 18.
So, in your fear-induced state, Bagyo, you aren't really necessarily like, you were trying to figure out what she's after, but then you are distracted, actually, from a trash can falling over as a group of children with that same blue tint, but different children you haven't seen before, start walking in a line towards the clock tower. Weston, you were too enamored looking at Lady Lullaby to see this. You were trying to figure out her game, and you don't notice that. But Bagyo...
So I noticed a line of the blue kids walking towards her?
Walking towards the clock tower.
Okay. I'm going to say that Bagyo will be like, children, no, wait! And I run after them.
Griffin, what do you do?
Well, then I realized what Bagyo's doing. I feel like Griffin is going to try to ask one of the blue people what's going on.
Well, what does he say?
Children. I sound like Bagyo. Hold on.
I was about to say.
Where are you kids going?
If you look at them, they seem to be in some hypnotic state. They're like mouths agape, maybe a little bit of a drool. In total, there are 5 children walking in a line, like one by one. Then they're paying no attention to you two. It seems that if you guys were to persist, it doesn't seem like they would come out of their state.
Alright. Bagyo, where's the other children?
I do not know. All I know is we need to stop these kids from getting to her. I'm going to reach out where I ran up to the kids. I'm going to reach out and try to grab the closest one to me to try to hold him and stop him from walking onwards.
Alright, I'm going to be making some power moves here in a second.
I'm not going to make you roll anything because they are just children. They don't seem to be...
They're not trying to dodge me or anything?
Yeah, no, they're strictly going towards the clock tower. So you pick up one of the children. Wait, do you pick them up, or are you just trying to grab?
I grabbed his shoulder, and I
Right.
turn him around and put my other hand on the other shoulder, and I'm sitting there looking him in the eye, crouched down to his level, and I've got a hand on each of his shoulders, and I'm like, where are you going, boy?
He stares through you. He doesn't make any sound or change in his demeanor, but he just stares right through you.
Is he trying to get away from me to keep going? Is he struggling at all?
His legs, yeah, he's struggling. His legs are trying to turn back towards the clock tower.
Okay, now I'm going to pick him up and put him under my left arm like a football.
Okay. Bagyo, watch the children.
I'm trying.
And then Griffin is going to stop Lady Lullaby from singing. He's going to fly up and try to...
Distract her?
Yeah, distract her or stop her. Or I fly up. He goes over to her and puts his arm over, or his hand over her mouth and like holds her.
As you do that, and at this point she's not paying attention to you at all, the second you put your hand over her mouth, her song stops, and Bagyo, the kids just, they hesitate for a second, like they're all not breathing for a moment, and then they start breathing, and then the kid snaps up, and he snaps away, and he goes, "What? Where are we?" And then the other kids are also making those like assumptions, and they're like, "Is that Lady Lullaby?" Staring up, and they start running away.
Yeah, okay, I put the kid that I've got down, and I yell to all of them, say, "Run, get as far from here as you can."
And then we cut back to Griff as you're basically holding her mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Can you roll a dexterity saving throw?
Uh-oh.
Come on!
Plus what?
My saving throw for dexterity is plus 5.
Okay, so that's a 13.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to make her roll.
Oh, what is it?
I can't say anything, but I just can't believe that BJ started off with that, and then Lady Lullaby started off with that. So I want to say that you're basically behind her, trying to like you're covering her mouth, and you're like on her back, just covering her mouth because she is very tall. She's much taller than you are.
I don't give a
and
fuck.
she's kind of big. And the second after you have done that, her head just turns 180 degrees to turn at you.
God!
Oh no! No, Bagyo says that. Bagyo goes, "Oh no!"
What the fuck?
And she begins screeching in a kind of she's not pissed, but she's upset. And the screech doesn't sound awful, but it sounds good, but it also hurts. So
okay.
With that dexterity saving throw, I'm gonna use that to determine what happens here. Real quick, let me roll this. Her screech gives you some pain, and that's going to be 1. You're going to take 1 damage.
Who, me
Psychic.
or him?
Griff. And with that, I'm going to need you 3 to roll for initiative.
15? Are you serious?
I got 17 total.
What's your initiative?
I honestly don't think it matters at this point, but...
Well, initiative
it
just
does.
determines your order of attack.
Oh, plus 3.
Okay, so it does matter. Like, quite a great deal. Okay, Bagyo, you're up first. What do you do? Griffin and Lady Lullaby are on the clock tower. Bagyo is on the ground. I'm not going to make you do anything. How high
up are they from me down on the ground?
Is it like the Fortnite clock tower?
It's pretty high up. I want to say 40 feet. I'm not going to make you have to like, oh yeah, every turn you have to go only 15 feet. No, if you can do something that is realistic.
I'm rolling acrobatics to climb the watchtower.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh my god.
Alright.
Yeah, you find that the architecture is weird because it doesn't go straight up and it doesn't go on some type of angle like a pyramid. In fact, it does the opposite. So it starts pretty thin and then it gets bigger as you go
Yeah,
to the top of the clock tower.
It's not very conducive to climbing.
Determine.
So I'm going to get pissed because I couldn't climb it. I'm going to be like, ah! And I am going to look around real quick to see if there's a rock or anything I could throw at her.
There's several rocks on the ground. There's also There's leftover garbage from like today's fest. Not a lot of it, but there is a bit. So you can grab a bot.
I'm gonna grab the nearest rock, the biggest one, and I'm gonna chuck it at her.
Roll
improvised weapon, right?
Yeah. So it'd be like if it hits D4 damage, to connect, it's gonna be an improvised weapon. I'm gonna have to give you disadvantage because it is a rock. You're going 30 feet up. So roll twice.
Okay.
So
he misses and hits me in the face.
That'd be a nat 1. I think that would be crazy.
Alright.
But, Griffin, what are you doing?
Okay. What I'm going to do is bring the fight to the ground. I'm going to jump up and grab her shoulders with my talons. And then I kind of like squeeze my talons, kind of pierce, if I can pierce her skin.
Are you trying to throw her?
No, I'm not trying to hurt her because I want info. I want information out of her. So I'm going to grab her talons and kind of squeeze a little bit to kind of give her an idea that I mean business. And I'm going to fly down and... With her, yeah.
Okay. Roll an attack for that, which is basically, you're trying to grapple. And if I remember the rules of grappling in 5th edition... Ooh, nat... You know what? Yeah, I'm not going to... That was a nat 20.
Yep.
I'm not going to even... Yeah, you grapple her. You basically...
I take the fight to the ground?
You take the... You basically...
So he drags her down.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1d4.
1d4.
Okay. So you do a total of 6 damage.
So I grab her by the shoulders and I fly down. And when we get near the bottom, I let go of her. I think she slams on her back. And I'm on top of her now, like holding her down.
Then it's going to be her turn.
Oh, God.
She going to do some magic stuff at us.
She's going to roll an attack. What's your AC? That's just going to hit. What she does, you have your leg on top of her chest, and you see her cloak fly open, and you see inside there's darkness, and your leg goes... She basically pulls your leg into her chest, and her cloak
absorbs him?
Again. It looks that way from your point of view, Bagyo, into her chest, and then the cloak slams closed around your leg.
And I'm trapped now.
And you're trapped.
She
hasn't done any...
Is it hurting him? Like, does he feel pain from this?
It has not done any damage to you, but from that, her whole body kind of, without her moving, it kind of just, like the Undertaker, just sits up. So she's now sitting straight up with your leg inside her cloak. Bagyo, it's your turn now.
One question. Is she, like, human-ish? Do we know if she can bleed or not?
It seems that she has that type of... It seems that she has this... that type of, like, humanoid figure. But I will also give you this. Last time, you guys were looking at the statues of spirits, and she was one of the statues. So she might be like a human, but from your knowledge, she could possibly also be a spirit.
Okay, Bagyo's going to recognize this because he's religious, so he remembers the statues he just saw. So he's like, oh, okay.
So Bagyo, you're up.
I'm going to attempt to rush over to her and smack her with the quarterstaff.
That's not going to hit.
Okay, so I miss.
You go for a hit. And her body just levitates up off the ground, and she's now holding Griffy.
So Griffin's dangling?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Griffin's using his wings to kind of steady him. So he's like...
Oh, okay, so you're not just dangling.
Yeah, I'm kind of like sitting with her. Like.
Right.
Now, can I do an attack?
Yes, you can.
Hell yeah.
And since you're not struggling, I'm not going to give you disadvantage.
What would I have to roll? I take out my short sword, and I go to stab her in the rib area.
You go to stab her at the rib area, and her cloak just opens up, and you pierce through the darkness, and then
it closes.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't close. I'm not going to do that to you on that high of a hit. But you pull it back, and the cloak closes again on that.
Okay.
So, from what I can see and tell, do I realize she seems incorporeal? Like, does she seem incorporeal?
She obviously has some type of you can touch her and everything. There's the inside of her you might think is incorporeal, or it could be like a bag of holding situation. I should have made you roll for that, but I'm going to give you that one for free. Okay, now, what's your AC again? Oh, wait. No, my dice. Oh, my God, I dropped it in the dog water.
Real professional, Deej.
What's your AC, Wes?
13.
Oh, boy.
One.
I just used that. I just used the roll 20 because my dice was wet. So she rolls in that 1. I'm gonna say as her cloak opened up to catch your sword, your leg came free, and now you're basically fine.
Ooh.
But she wasn't able to attack you. Now it's back to Bagyo. You're up.
So I'm kind of upset now. So now she about to catch his hands.
She's only 5 feet off the ground, by the way.
So I'm going to attack her with my martial arts attack. So it allows me to use dexterity instead of strength for my attack and damage rolls of my unarmed strikes. So I'm going to attack her with my unarmed claw weapon, which is 1d4 plus strength, but I'm going to do plus my dexterity instead of my strength.
Alright, roll to attack.
Ooh,
that is an attack. 18. Hell yeah. Okay, cool.
She caught those hands, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Describe your
killing
attack.
blow.
Okay,
No,
so
no.
all right. So from Griffey's perspective, here's what Griffey see.
Okay.
Right.
He sees Bagyo do the sickest karate move he's ever seen in his life. And
Yeah, from a turtle.
Yeah, from a freaking turtle. Yeah, no, I do a couple flips. I spin around in the air, and I smack her in the face with my claw.
All right, and what's the damage again?
6 total.
Okay, so you do the flip and you smack her.
Yeah, I aim for her face.
Yeah, and you just get her in the face, and she does a flip in the air from that attack, and she tries to steady herself.
Okay.
Now it's
and Griffey's like, "Wow, Bagyo, go hard."
I'd be like,
yeah. Now it's Griff's turn. She is. I'm gonna say she's not dazed, but she's trying to like steady herself. So if you want to take this opportunity to do something,
Griffey, how you feel after seeing that just now?
Bagyo, where'd you learn that?
Hard.
Master Splinter? Okay.
I don't know who this Master Splinter is, but I learned it from someone very important.
Alright, so she's dazed, right?
she's trying to steady herself, but
does she seem dazed?
No.
Okay.
I want to do it's like a combo move kind of. I don't know if I'll have to roll twice or if I can roll twice. If that's allowed.
You'd have to have 2. Well, you could. It depends if it's not.
Hey, how about where she's staggered? You give him a bonus action.
I was gonna say,
work.
Since she countered my first thing, what Griffin would do is he's gonna throw his sword at her, kind of like a throwing knife. But as he throws his sword, he pulls out his bow and tries to shoot her in the chest, hoping that she's too focused on the sword that it's gonna leave him a window open to.
Yeah. So here, DJ, just what I would suggest for that, what you should do, and you don't have to if you don't want to, but I would have him do improvised weapon on the sword since he threw it, and it's he's using it as a throwing weapon. So I would give him disadvantage on the sword throw, and then regular attack on the bow attack.
Okay, well, I'm not going to do that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to make you have disadvantage on the sword attack and make it an improvised weapon, and then regular attack with the bow.
So what? Roll twice for the.
Or for the
sword,
yeah.
So 8.
Wait, dude, that's exactly what I said.
No.
You said I'm not going to do that, and then you said I'm going to do that.
I know, that's the joke.
Oh!
I didn't even catch that.
It took me a second. I was like, wait. Great idea. Glad I thought of it.
Okay. So now I need you to roll for the bow attack.
Okay.
Bagyo's going to go, okay, when I see him do this.
What's
Whistle!
That? Does that add anything? Sometimes the bow, weapons have plus whatever to hit.
I don't think
it
any
says
of our starter
1d8. That's the damage, right? Sword is 1d6. Talon is 1d4.
Okay. You guys are gonna have to upgrade your weapons. That's just what I'm thinking about.
But I don't have any like attack bonuses on neither of my weapons.
But that hits. I'm saying that hits. I was just trying to see if like there's anything.
So the sword misses.
So this is what happens. She's trying to steady herself, and the sword. She sees the sword coming at her, and she blocks it with her hand, and then your arrow is free to hit. So you're gonna have to roll damage. So that's a D8.
5.
5 damage. Nice. Where were you aiming?
Well, I don't want to kill her because I need some info. Probably in the left side of the chest.
Her left or your left? Because those are two.
No. I don't want to kill her. Hits her in the heart.
That's what I was about to say. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, her left.
Her right.
No, yeah, her right. My left.
Your left side's where your heart is, you dingus.
Hey, Griffin's not that wise, and.
But that hits her, and you do 5 damage.
He's not that wise, and acts like he's not gonna hit her, and then accidentally shoots her in the.
God.
Get her right in the right where you put it,
old
and now
titty.
it's
Right through the titty.
Yeah, now it's her turn.
She's pissed at this point, I bet.
Yeah, she hums in this weird melody, and then she starts to sing again, very loud. I'm gonna need you guys to roll 2 wisdom saving throws.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Both of you need to roll.
I got 4 total. Which sucks, because I'm really wise.
I got +4 on my saving throw, so 9.
Okay. As I put my notes down and I sit myself up.
We about to get it.
This is the killing blow right here. No.
She starts singing as she starts levitating in the air. It's fire, if I can get my hands on. I made the mixtape. She starts levitating, super slow, and she seems to be turning 360 in the air as she levitates. And she's singing. And
is she singing the same song as before?
Yes, she is, but it seems that she's trying to sing it.
Trying to summon something?
I look over at Griffin, I'm like, broken record, am I right?
And as you say that, you're like, broken record, am I
Uh-oh.
And then Griffin, you, at first you're like, why is he like that? And then you just go... And your eyes seem to dilate, and you both you are hypnotized.
We've become enthralled by her.
We effed up.
Yes, you have.
At this moment,
and
when they knew.
Here's what I imagine as we're sucked into the hypnosis. It's like. Yeah. Dang it.
You two are staring up at her as you see the 5 children that you guys had saved earlier start heading towards her again. And then finally, they group up directly under her as she sings her song. And then her cloak gets longer and longer and longer until it just drapes over the children, and then the cloak and Lady Lullaby seem to disappear with a passing fog. And you guys are...
And she took the kids.
And she took the kids. And she took my kids! And she took my car!
Government done took my baby!
And you guys are now out of the enthralled state that you guys were in.
Did we see what happened? Like, were we conscious of what happened?
You were conscious. You just couldn't do anything. But I will also add this, and this isn't me trying to be meme, but you felt very, not attractive in the sexual way, but you were attracted towards Lady Lullaby. You wanted to go towards her. It just your body couldn't do anything.
I see. Right. It's basically like we were the kids.
But we don't feel that anymore, right?
No.
I mean, Griffin might
But
still.
If you guys want to play with that, be like, man, she was kind of
cute.
She was kind of cool. Yeah.
Kind of cute. I shake it out of my head because Bagyo's he don't really think that way.
Although Griffin, on the other hand, I don't know if he's wearing pants or not, but he kind of readjusts his pants.
Uh-oh.
He turns around to hide from
Bagyo pretends
Bagyo,
not to notice.
but he waistbands it.
Bagyo knows what he's doing, but he pretends not to notice. Anyway.
Sorry about that. Wow, that's awkward.
As you are doing that, and you guys are having that conversation, you hear from the crack in the wall behind you where you saw Madeline. You hear another voice go, "And there they go again." And if you look, you see Madeline and Aiden just staring up into where Lady Lullaby was.
So they didn't get taken?
No.
How come they
It
weren't
seems like they
attracted?
How did you resist the siren songs?
It doesn't always affect everybody. We were in our little hideout.
Is it random?
Yeah, only a few every night. This was pretty big for her to take 5 of us.
Have you ever escaped it?
I mean, yeah, not escaped the person, but we've escaped the song. We tried building this barrier. Sometimes it helps. Even if people get enthralled, we hold them in the barrier.
So you saying you built a wall? Man, that really must have trumped her.
You know, she takes out her "Make America Great Again" hat and she puts it on her head, and she's like,
puts it on her head, she's like, "It's Trump's America now, boy."
She's like, I just want to make Jacobi great again. No, nah, she's not like that.
So the song
kind of,
can be resisted. Bagyo scratches his chin with this knowledge.
But she rubs Aiden's head, and she says, "It's okay. We thought maybe grown-ups could, not be affected by her song. We're sorry that we expected that of you guys."
It's not your fault. There's nothing for you to be sorry about.
We are going to figure this out, though. We're going to put an end to it.
All right. Is there any, from my memory of the recent events, was there any indication of her going a specific way, or did she just vanish?
It doesn't look like she went a specific way. It seems to... It's kind of like she just disappeared. Like cotton candy in water. She just gone.
I think what we need to do... Does Elijah know anything about... Because I feel like maybe if we go back to Elijah and ask him if he's heard about missing children, or if he knows anything about this Lady Lullaby. Because I know he didn't see the kids when we were in...
Elijah flew off in his fly form, right?
Yep.
Oh, so we don't know where he is.
But you guys do know the information you got from the Earth Genasi.
About the drop point?
The drop point and the time.
I can't remember the time.
I didn't even say the time in the recording, so I'm going to say it now. It's 3 p.m.
Is that Pacific
tomorrow.
Standard Time?
It's whatever the fuck time it is in Jacobi.
So this is at night.
Griffin, I would say we need a rest.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
I say we head back to the tavern.
And get some rest. Yeah.
Madeline and Aiden stare up at you guys and they say, the lady doesn't usually come back twice, so I think we should be fine for the night, but if you guys wanted to meet any of us down here in the barrier, you can. If you want to stay the night, you can. Or you can go back to your tavern. It's up to you.
Bagyo doesn't trust staying at their place. Not that he doesn't trust them, he just doesn't trust the situation as a whole. So he tells them, why don't you come hide in the tavern?
Yeah, we invite the 2 little kids to stay the night
with
us.
Whoa!
Griffin at this point unwaistbands it.
No. Guess says, why don't you children hide in the tavern?
Aiden pushes off of Madeline like some type of snobby kid, and he says, We got work to do. We got to protect the other kids here. Maybe Lullaby isn't coming back, but we still got to make sure that they're okay. Thanks for nothing. And then he puts his hand in his pockets and kicks the dirt as he walks away.
So Griffin at this point's like...
So I beat the living crap out of
Griffin cracks his knuckles at this point.
I roll martial arts on the kid. I'm gonna freaking do it. I'm gonna do a flip on him. Bagyo kind of looks at him. He feels bad, but he's like, kids. And he heads off towards the tavern and he says, come on, Griff.
We can meet him tomorrow morning.
I know, Griffy, they're just being hard-headed.
Fuck ass bitches.
And the last thing that you hear is Madeline saying, just don't worry about him. He's just upset. So.
Without turning back towards her, Bagyo raises his hand kind of in a wave and keeps walking.
Wow, what a fucking passive-aggressive bitch.
If they can dish it out, they better be able to take it.
Yeah.
And then the camera just follows you two going back towards the tavern as the camera...
I meant that to come off as more of a sad gesture than an angry one.
Still.
She had a bad insight roll, I guess. As the camera pans up and up through the town, so we see all the buildings and the road leading you away. So we see you guys walking down there, very small. And then the camera has a nice view of the city at night with the crescent moon. And as the camera fades to black, the moon stays white and glowing. And then we see that for a second, and then that fades slowly. And then we cut to you guys in your room in the tavern.
Okay, here's me in my bedroom, okay? So, I'm in my shell, but the shell is sitting on the bed. So, like,
wait,
imagine
you're in
a
your
turtle
shell, or you took...
Yeah, imagine a turtle inside their shell.
Right?
But that's sitting on top of my bed.
I love it.
I thought maybe you just took your shell off and just laid it on the...
No, like I'm completely pulled inside of my shell.
Yeah, you're just chilling.
But that is sitting on the bed. Like I'm not in the floor.
Like Bagyo is hotboxing his shell right now?
Yeah. But no, I'm inside my shell and that shell's sitting on the bed.
Okay.
I love it.
Are we in separate rooms?
Griff made a nest.
He made a nest on his bed.
He just got a bunch of sticks.
Are we in the same room?
Griffin's in a human-sized birdhouse.
It's up to you guys. 2 rooms or 1
Sitting
room.
on the
It's
little
fine.
post out of
Yeah.
it. He's got his head inside his wing, like.
Oh my god, whatever. Griff is just... He's at this point. He's just laying on his bed, dude. He don't care. He's just tired, pissed.
Griff's having night terrors.
Yeah.
Mommy, no.
Oh no, that's mean and real.
Go.
At this point, you guys are waking up. So, if you guys want to give me a scene, go ahead.
Alright, Griff wakes up. So anyway, he's pissing off the front porch of the hotel or whatever.
Oh my god! In the street
on the balcony.
Yeah, off the balcony.
Dude, you're gonna have to register as a sex offender.
And then there's this stranger walks by. He goes, "Hey, what's up, Bubby?"
What you say, Taylor?
Yeah.
You're pissing off the balcony, and the camera just like pans like up this string of piss as people are walking around it. And they're looking up in a gruff.
Does his dick have feathers?
How does that work? Yeah.
I don't know, man.
You got feather pubes. Hey, you're the
anyway,
can I roll something to tell me how big it is?
Yeah,
no.
Roll a d12.
Damn. Hey, give me advantage real quick.
A 7 and a 6. I thought you rolled a 10.
Yeah, that's pretty good for a turtle, I think.
For a turtle.
Hey, I'm a roll too, guys.
Oh,
hey. Nice.
No,
69.
Nice.
We're not talking sex positions, dude. You roll a d12.
Guys, dude.
Roll it.
Mark's got the biggest penis in the world.
No, I want to see how big Lady Lullaby's penis is. Roll it.
Lady Lullaby has a temper.
Oh, BJ, you giving me ideas?
No! So for Bagyo, you see the shell sitting there on the bed, and all of a sudden, the arms and legs pop out. And then Bagyo's head finally pops out. And he yawns. And he kind of rolls back and forth a little bit and then gets up.
Okay, at this point, Griffin walks back. goes to Bagyo.
Goes in my room.
And flips him on his back and leaves.
No, that's fair. Bagyo's laying there on the ground like, I'm gonna roll an athletics check to get up. Okay, I'll hop back up.
Oh, God.
Bagyo said, why are you being a jerk, Griffin? That's racist. That's a hate crime.
Am I too turtly enough for the Turtle Club?
Flips him on his back.
And walks out. Well, what's today's agenda, Bagyo? And why do I sound like this?
Today is the day where, like, there was going to be a drop point at 3 p.m. in Lemontown. You guys, if you guys want to find Elijah, that's probably where you're going to find him. And also that circus, Fiasco's Flying Circus, is going to be at 6. Today is Friday, and the festival is going to be in full gear.
All right, so I look around in the front lobby area of the tavern, like where the bar is and everything, and I look for that one chick that works here who told us to take the fight outside.
Oh yeah, you see her.
I say, Isabella, the time. Do you have the time?
Yeah, of course. We have a giant. Guys, we have a giant clock tower that we can see right there, and you're asking me for the time.
Dang it, woman! Tell me the time.
Fine. It's 10:12.
Thank you. I grab Griffin by the arm and run out.
It was just her looking out the window. She's like, it's 10:12.
Oh, okay. I grab Griffin by the arm and I pull him out as I run outside. I'm like, okay, Griffin, we gotta make it to Lemontown before this drop.
It's 10:12.
I'm a turtle!
3.
I'm a turtle. I could probably just pick you up and fly you over there.
I don't know, I'm pretty heavy. So I'm like running. I'm running top speed, but I'm going slow. And I've got Griffy, and Griffy's just kind of walking with me.
Oh my God!
We've got to get there, Griffy.
Oh, let me paint this picture. The whole town. It seems like it. If it looked yesterday,
today, Junior.
Give me a second. Fuck. Yesterday it looked more like a moderate city, and it was fine. There was barely a lot of people outside. There was just a few passerbys here and there. It just felt like a shitty party at some high schooler's house. But today it looks like a bustling city. With a bunch of people just having a good time, and there's people having a bad time. People over here like, I'm walking in! There's people just going all over the place, and there's a bunch of people in these not weird masks, but they're all different colors masks all over the place. Masks. Yeah. I want to say these are more like... when you picture Jacobi during this is kind of like the holiday, the Day of the Dead. It's kind of like a Hispanic mixed with a British vibe. This city today, like the Festival of Spirits, is kind of like that.
Have you seen Hunchback of Notre Dame?
The Disney one, yes. It's my favorite Disney film.
Alright, so it's kind of like Topsy Turvy Day?
Yeah, yes, exactly like that. And there's just a whole bunch of people, like... And yesterday you saw a sword swallower, and you saw, like, people... Like,
oh, yeah, there was...
you saw people, like, making flames come out of their mouth.
And the puppets.
Today you're
forget about the puppets.
And the puppets. But today you're seeing so many more people than that. There's people hawking goods here, left, right, and center.
Is there like a ShamWow guy?
Yeah. There's a ShamWow guy, except
it's the ShamWoohoo.
It's ShamWoohoo's for, trademark.
Yeah.
Trademark. He's a real charlatan. But it's just a really big city with a whole bunch of things going on at this point, and it's kind of hard to get around.
How much is parking?
Depends if your horse can stay there all day.
Bagyo low-key kind of wants a mask, and he's looking around to see if there's any booths selling the masks.
I was actually about to suggest, like, what if we put on masks to disguise our identity, just in case?
If you guys remember, you guys still have the masks that Elijah gave you.
Oh.
Okay. Are the masks that Elijah gave us, are they the same style as the ones everyone else is wearing for the party?
I mean, not necessarily. There's a whole bunch of different types of styles of masks. They're not all the same. They're all different colors. They're about the same, like, I want to say shape, but yours are definitely more well-made and refined.
Alright, Bagyo's going to pull out his mask and put it on.
Griff will also.
And you guys are now free to move about the cabin, so to speak.
Alright, do I see a stand selling any, like, do I see any, like,
I think we're...
shop stands?
Griff's kind of hungry right now, so he's going to grab some food.
Alright, I'm not going to take any...
Griff wants to eat some raw macaroni?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that sounds awful.
What, raw macaroni?
Weston,
Yeah.
It's not as bad as you think.
Weston eats it. That's something Weston eats.
It just sounds crunchy.
It is
awful.
crunchy. That's the point.
It has no taste.
All right, we're getting off tangent here, but
Weston's like, I feel attacked right now.
it's pretty good, man. Just chill. Or like raw spaghetti noodles.
Anyway.
That's why my stomach's stuffed up.
Oh, man, I don't know why my stomach's full of holes. Eats raw macaroni like it's shards of glass.
Are you looking for a specific stand? Because there's so many different vendors.
Okay.
Bagyo's looking for a fruit stand.
The grapes again?
Mm-hmm.
Griff, he's looking for some bird seed. They just sell bird seed. No, I'm kidding.
Just some kind. Oh, maybe like sunflower seeds.
Ooh, sunflower seeds.
Oh, those sound good. Yeah, I want to say it's the same booth. There's a guy selling grapes
And sunflower seeds.
What a weird
Wow,
man.
yeah.
Okay. What kind of freaky farm does this guy work on?
What kind of business are you running?
Yeah, you guys walk up and he's like, "Oh, hey there. You're the same turtle from last night."
Another bunch of grapes, good sir. And I throw him a gold.
And he takes and he bites it. And he's like, "Yeah, that's about right." Here, and he hands you he hands you a big bag of grapes again.
Sweet, I take him and start eating them.
Hey, yo, you got any seeds?
Oh, of course I got some seeds here. Let me look over here. And he pulls out a big bag of sunflowers.
That's very kind of you.
You're making fun of me, you piece of shit.
No.
What? Good. Well, have a good day.
Oh, thank you.
Good.
And then you guys walk away with your
What a piece of work, am I right, Bagyo?
Bagyo's like, he's got a mouthful of grapes.
I'm just popping seeds in my mouth like it's Xanax.
He's going, yeah, yeah.
I give it the old one pump.
No, Weston pours them out on the ground. He starts pecking them like a chicken. He's got his arms on his sides going like...
Baggy's like, what the hell are you doing? He's like, I'm just eating, man.
Yeah, Griffy's like, I'm eating. What do you want? Oh, God. Oh, God. Help me. Oh, no.
Okay.
As you guys are walking to through the fest.
Can't do this. Okay, go.
I'm just picturing it.
Griffin takes the bag of seeds. He's like, thanks. Pours them on the ground, starts picking.
People are like having to walk around him.
Yeah.
And they're just staring at us. Okay.
God.
Okay.
Okay, no, okay.
Blah, blah, blah.
So you guys are walking through the festival.
I'm not.
And...
Why is this the funniest part of this campaign?
Because I'm picturing Griffin eating these seeds off the ground. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, hurry, continue.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so he's done eating.
You walking through the festival, and you guys spot the same table from yesterday. On top of it, it says Franklin, and you see the same puppet sitting there, and he seems to be getting He's trying to get people's attention again, but it seems like no one's stopping.
Bagyo runs up and says, Franklin!
Oh, hey, hi there, kind sir! What are you doing today?
I'm just enjoying the fair, Franklin.
Oh, is that so? Are you enjoying it very well?
Yes.
Or is the day kind of hell?
And he starts clapping. And Bagyo turns around, he runs over and sits down on one of the stools.
The little eyes wiggle a bit, and he...
They're like googly eyes, I imagine.
Yeah. He starts looking around with his head, and he says, Did anyone see my wife? I don't know where she went.
No,
but it's okay. But it's okay. It's my life.
Griffey is super cringing.
Yeah.
Bagyo loves it.
After he says, like, it's my life, he hesitates, and he says, sorry, I forgot the rhyme.
Oh, God, here we go.
And he says, but that's okay, I'll get it. Everyone's better than me. Shit!
You need to plan these out, dude.
No, I did.
You can't improv rhyme.
No. This is literally the puppet. He's like, shit.
Oh, he's having trouble.
The puppet is like moving around, and he's staring, and he's like, won't you all please you remember dear old Franklin, don't you?
Yeah.
Come on down.
Franklin, no! And I run up to the stage. I pat him on the head and I said, what's wrong, Franklin?
No one wants to see me.
I'm watching, Franklin.
I know. It's just.
Oh, he changed his voice.
And then the puppet lowers, and then this huge orc just raises up from behind the table and stares down at you, and he says, it's just, I can't stand it anymore. I try and I sit under this... He stares at you.
We both look back at Griffey blankly, and then we go back to what we were talking about.
He says, I just can't stand it anymore. No one wants to pay attention. I broke kayfabe and no one cares. And he like picks up the puppet and he puts it back on the table. I make my living this way, and no one cares.
I'm just gonna say, just real quick, he's okay now, because but the mysticism of the show being broken by the orc revealing himself really threw Bagyo off a little bit.
Honestly, I'm pretty sad about that, but like...
But Bagyo realized it was a puppet show, and oh yeah, never mind. So now he's okay.
And he says, I just can't... I've wanted this to be my whole life, to be an entertainer. And it just never works out. No one cares. It's like someone sees you juggle, and they're like, wow. But if you don't add something to it every single time, it just gets old so quick. I think my days are numbered. And he takes the puppet, and he puts it in his pocket, and he picks up the table, and he puts it on his back.
Puts it in his pocket.
And he puts it in his pocket. He takes the table, and he puts it on his back like some type of backpack.
Yeah,
and
like it folds up into a backpack.
No, it doesn't fold up. He just puts it on his back. He's that big.
Oh, okay.
He takes the puppet out of his pocket for a second, and then he looks at it, and he looks at you, Bagyo, and he says, here, I don't think I'll be needing this.
No.
And he gives it to you, and he walks away through the
Bagyo
bustling
kind of
people.
speechlessly holds the puppet, and he hugs it. And then he looks up at the orcas, and he feels really bad. Bagyo's kind of at a loss for words, doesn't know what to say.
And
I'm putting the puppet in my inventory real quick.
As you are like hugging the turtle, the camera fades. I want to cut to when it's later, around like 2:30ish, to where like, are you guys planning to go to the drop? Like, what's your plan?
Yeah, I'm going to the drop as soon as it gets close to time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like 2:30 right now.
And
alright, so I'll say Griffey.
3:30?
3.
Is it 3? So I'll say Griffey, perhaps we should get over there early.
Sounds like a plan, yo. Yo's my nickname for Bagyo.
Oh, because it's Bagyo. I like it. So we head over towards where the drop point was told to us.
All right, so that's in Lemon Town.
Okay, we head to Lemon Town.
As you are leaving you're going deeper into Lemon Town. Like, the whole festival is in the center of town by the clock tower, and it goes to the Apple Hub, Melon Plaza, Grape Village, and Lemon Town. But as you get deeper into Lemon Town, you notice that it starts getting a little bit more seedier.
So Lemon Town's the bad part of town, then. Would you
yes.
say Lemon Town's the bad part of Jacobi?
I think they all have bad parts, but I feel like Lemon Town would be, like, the most bad.
Lemon Town's Queen Street, alright.
Yeah, I hope no one understands that. Then you guys are basically in...
Bagyo feels sad still about the orc giving away his puppet and quitting, but also Bagyo's pretty stoked to have the puppet. So I'm two-stepping as we walk into the room.
You're so good at this D&D thing.
So, you guys find the place, the warehouse,
okay.
And you guys aren't in it yet. You see it. There's a bunch of people in, it seems like, rags walking around the town.
Do they seem like homeless people, beggars type
Yeah,
people?
yeah, beggars, yeah.
Okay.
And you notice that they're all steering clear of this one building. Can you roll perception, both of you?
I got 21.
I got 20.
So you both you perceive the hell out of this situation.
Sweet.
There's a beggar in particular that starts walking towards the warehouse, and as he's doing that, like he's not making a beeline for it, but he walks near it, and then you guys see not a bunch, but like a couple of guys walk up to him specifically in these weird yellowy vests over these black garbs. And they take the beggar and they punch him a few times. They turn him around and they kick him in a different direction, and they go back to like guarding these entrances.
Okay, so Bagyo takes the puppet off his hand and puts it in his pocket, and he walks directly up to these guys because he's angry that they beat up that beggar.
Well, what do you do?
I was not ready for this.
I would have been fine if they hadn't beat up the beggar, but Bagyo would have said something after saying something like that.
That's Bagyo's deal.
It's Bagyo's deal, bruh.
I would just say Griffin goes on top of the building to get a bird's eye view.
Okay, so Griffin, Griffin's being sneaky, but I just walk up there.
Oh, God.
I'm going to say, Griffin, you can see this happening, so you can be, like, back up if, like, with a surprise attack if need comes. But you walk up to these guys, again, they're, like, and then they have these yellow vests on. They look like leather, but yellow.
Okay.
And you start walking up, and one of them starts walking towards you with his hands outstretched, and he says, "Hey, what's the problem?"
Is he going like, "What's the problem over here?"
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, what's the problem? Didn't you just see what just happened?"
And I say, "Yes, I did. Do you make it a point to beat up people weaker than you?"
Not weaker, but if they come near us in this building, we protect it. We gotta protect our own. You understand? You gotta protect our homes, don't we? And he knocks on your shell a few times.
Bagyo looks at the place where they knocked on his shell. He goes, and he looks back at him. Is the beggar they beat up still there anywhere in the area?
Yeah, he's, like, behind you at this point.
Okay. So I point backwards, like, with my thumb, pointing backwards towards the beggar they beat up, and I say, "Maybe you should apologize to the man."
Apologize? We told this man several times. Everyone in Lemontown knows not to come around here. Who are you? Do you even know the dealio? Who are you? I'm trying so hard not to say essay and be fucking racist. So... It's so
Bagyo
hard.
sticks out his hand in a handshake gesture and says, "My name's Bagyo."
And the other one kind of smacks her hand. Not away, but like that seems to be his way of saying, not fuck you, but like, "Oh, my name..." Shit, I'm trying so hard.
My name's Carlos!
No!
No.
I know what you're going for. I know what you're doing.
No,
I'm trying not to so hard.
My name's Eugene.
My name's John.
John Smith.
My name is Chad.
Chad.
So he kind of smack my hand in like one of those like handshakes. Is that what
Yeah.
he's trying to do?
Yeah.
Bagyo seems very confused, but he's like, okay, and he puts his hand down.
And he says, I don't mean to be a... God, why'd I do this?
You brought this on yourself.
I don't
Can't
mean...
change it now, it's canon.
I know, but okay, listen, anyone out there who's listening, if, like, you have a problem with this, just tweet at me, at Palm Tree Prince, at Grimmix Ripoff. I'll try not to be fucking racist.
He's not racist,
Is just the
this
character.
is D&D, it's fine.
He says, now listen, I don't want to have an issue with you. We just trying to protect our turf, you know what I'm saying?
Can I roll a perception to see if he seems like a bad guy?
Yeah.
Would it be perception or insight?
Insight.
Roll an insight? Oh, I can't tell. I ain't getting a good read on this guy.
Yeah, you don't know. He could be a bad guy. In your point of view, he could be a bad guy because he's like... It looks like he's in some type of gang, and you know Lemontown's kind of a bad...
And he beat up someone right in front of me.
He might even be making fun of you.
Was this guy making fun of me?
The whole time all this is
going on...
are
you mocking me?
The whole time this is going on, Griffin's just up on the building eating some leftover sunflower seeds.
Taking the seeds again off the... He poured them out on the roof.
He smiles and he says, no, man, no, of course not.
Describe the smile.
Toothy?
Toothy?
You can see his teeth? A lot of them. They're sharpened.
Sharpened, really?
Yeah.
What?
Not like shark teeth. They've come to a point.
What does he look like feature-wise? Can I see his face? Like, can I tell what race he is? Like,
oh yeah, you can see his face.
Is he a genasi?
Oh,
is he
shit.
a human? What is he?
Oh, like a race. You're asking what his race? Like the race of Chad here.
Well, by the sounds of it,
Scout.
I think we know.
Fuck off. Cusco's poison.
Poison to kill Cusco's poison.
He's a wood elf.
He's a wood elf. I know wood elves. I lived in the woods. I've seen a wood elf or two in my day. So I'm gonna say, are you gonna apologize to the old man or not?
Listen, I'll tell you what. If he comes back around here, I'll be kinder next time. But listen, we're just trying to protect our turf. You know what I mean?
I'll take that. I'll be like, that's fair. Don't let me see it again.
Oh, no problem. I won't let you see it again. I didn't mean to offend you. I'm so sorry.
Wait, he specifically said, I won't let you see it again. Means he's going to do it behind my shell.
Behind my shell.
Okay, what's he do now? After he says that.
Go on, get out of here, man. This is so stupid.
Can Griffin look for...
Maybe Griffin should try to find a way in while I'm distracting the guard, huh?
I'm going to look at the guy and to see if they have like weapons on them.
Oh yeah, they definitely have weapons.
Fair.
Like they have like 2 swords on their back each.
Okay. Well,
Jesus Christ.
does the top have any windows or the roof have any...
Roll perception. It seems from your point of view, Weston, that the only spot that you see that is open is the entrance where Bagyo is. But I will give you that you do see a roof that's made of glass. Like there's a little spot on it that has windows on the top.
I'm gonna look in the windows. Can I roll perception?
So you're gonna fly over there?
Yeah, fly in the on top of the windows to see if I can look down into the building.
Well, let me see if... Okay. Well, Bagyo, you see a shadow cast over you and Chad as...
and it was Griffy, right?
Yeah, it was Griffy.
All right, I'm gonna make my leave. I'm gonna give him like the cool guy head nod to Chad, and I turn around and I walk. And then as I'm walking, I look to see if anyone's looking. Then I duck down the alley towards the building that Griffy was on, and I look to see if there's a fire escape or something.
Yeah, there's a fire escape. You can get up there rather quickly.
Okay, I run up to the roof and I see Bagyo up there on the glass.
And now you guys are on the same area.
Griffy. So what have you found out?
Can I look down into the building? Is that a thing?
Well, yes, you can, but like if you look around, you look at the clock tower, you see that it's now it's nearing 2:55. So you guys got like 5 minutes till like the drop is supposed to happen.
So I'm gonna say we both look down into this glass window. What do we see?
You see, again, I want to make this clear. The Genasi are kind of running this town.
Okay.
But they're not like they're running this town, but they're not like the main people in the town. So
they're running it from behind the scenes.
Yeah, but they're all like there's going to be Genasi in the town, but they're also like they have a foothold in this place, like I've said before. Everybody that you saw with the yellow vests were all different types of races. Like you saw the wood elf, but like behind him you saw you would have seen like a gnome and a dwarf. But down below, you see a bunch of other people in these yellow leather vests as well. And they are... It's not an abandoned warehouse, but it seems like there's a bunch of boxes laying around as some type of trash or in a certain area. But you see all these people in a leather vest just standing around. And then you see also sitting with them is a person not wearing a yellow vest. In fact, they're wearing a sash with these 4 different types of colors. Yellow, red, purple, and green.
Oh, one for each district. Lemon, apple, melon, and grape.
He's just sitting there in this seat. And you know what? He's standing on the seat, trying to be as tall as the people.
What race is he?
To. He is a halfling. He's trying to talk to them. He's kind of well dressed, but it's not. It's kind of like Step Brothers when they show up in tuxedos to like an interview when they should be wearing suits.
Yeah.
Like he seems to be wearing the wrong type of outfit. But that's what you guys see.
Do I notice any logos or symbols on their outfits?
On the vests, on the yellow leather vests, on the back, you see a lemon with an evil face, with like evil red eyes, and this toothy evil smile. And it's oh my god!
Every villain is lemons.
Fuck off! And it says lemon heads.
Oh, no, not the candy.
Every
villain is lemon.
I say, Griffey. No, Griffey, we're dealing with something bigger than we thought here.
Sure looks like it.
Can we hear what the halfling is shouting, or is he not talking?
You guys are going to have to roll high, otherwise you guys are going to try to would have to sneak in.
All right, so I'm going to roll.
Right, do eagles have good hearing?
They got better vision than hearing.
Yeah, I was about to say eagle eye and all that.
New pair of shoes.
Woo! Finally, the first time you've said that and actually had a good
Dang it, I didn't hear nothing.
Yeah.
He's over here playing with his puppet or something.
No, I'm looking in there and I'm like, I can't seem to make it out. What do you hear, Griff?
I want to say there's a crack in one of the windows. That way it just seems more realistic that someone would be able to hear it. But he hears, I don't know what is taking so long. They said that they would probably be here 2:30 to 3, and it's almost 3, and they're still not here.
Sounds like a drama queen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And the other person says, "What? Oh shit! Oh my god! I can't believe I wrote this.
Can't believe what?
Sometimes I write characters down and I put like accent ? But I didn't put specific accents. So here we go. And I wrote this last night. Be careful, mate.
He's Australian, crikey.
Well, listen, we have no idea when they're gonna be here. They're very busy people, you know what I mean?
Is it supposed to be like a Cockney accent? Is that what that is?
It's supposed to be Scottish, but I don't know how to fuck. Okay, you know what? Fuck.
What are
fuck
you
it.
doing there? This
That's
is
what I know. I wish I could do it. I can't. It's so hard. Well, listen here, mate. God,
we'll say it's a chick. No, make it like an homage to Trace. It's a gnome. It's a female gnome.
Okay, yeah. There's a female gnome in a leather vest, in a yellow leather vest, and she says, "Well, listen. We don't know when they're gonna be here, and we don't got the time."
What was that?
Wait.
He's gone. Oh no, his computer crashed, I bet.
Deej.
Oh no. I gotta go pee. I'll be right back.
Deej. What happened?
Be right back.
Wait, we need to pause it?
No, I'm not. I'm not there. I'm not near it.
He took this opportunity to finally go pee.
I was gone for literally 3 seconds. He's like, well.
Yeah. Alright, and we're back.
Yeah, I'm just going to tell them real quick. So I have this button that I'm getting rid of on my keyboard for some reason that just says power, and I grazed it while grabbing for my dice, and it went shutting down, and I screamed. But now we're back, and I'm going to get rid of this power button as soon as we're done here. So, this is what you hear. You hear this, Now listen, I don't think that they're going to be here anytime soon, but we don't have that much time to be hanging around here like this. So, here's what I suggest. We just leave it, one of you, probably around here, and we leave you here. And then he says, I'm the mayor! Why would I stay here? Why would I stay here to get caught with this? Listen. I'm the mayor, and I handle some things, and I say things, and I can't command people to do things. I'm gonna say, you're gonna wait for me right here, because I pay you to do that. And he's poking the dude's chest.
So the mayor is the one running this show?
It seems to be so far.
So he's a dirty mayor.
He's a real dirty mayor.
Just the way I like him.
What's the mayor's name?
I wrote this down.
Is it John?
Mayor. No, it's Mayor. It's Mayor Fenway.
It's may or may not.
Mayor may not. That's really good.
Dicks.
May or may not.
You guys are dicks with these great puns.
May or may not.
Mayor, mayor, not.
We gotta get in there somehow, Bagyo. What? Oh crap! I said Bagyo. No! I'll fix it. That's Bagyo's internal monologue right now. We gotta get in there somehow, Bagyo. I said we gotta get in there, but should we wait to see who shows up first?
I think we should, just so we know what we're dealing with.
All right, so we're gonna hunker down, kind of position ourselves to where we can kind of like lay here and watch down in there, but we're not extremely visible. And we're going to wait to see who shows up.
Right.
I feel like this is not where DJ wanted us to go with it.
No. This is perfect. This is perfect. You guys are listening in, and you see the clock strike 3. It dongs. And then you guys see down there, you guys are looking down into the warehouse type deal, and the camera is dropping down to see the mayor and his goons waiting around. And then we see, out of nowhere, Elijah just appear in the center.
Of the room?
Of the room, yes.
Okay.
Elijah's facing away from them. And the mayor goes, finally, you got the stuff? You finally here to make the drop? The camera is looking at Elijah. And he says, I got something else I'd rather like to drop. And his sword comes out of his sleeve and into his hand, which spooks the yellow vests as they also grab their swords, but they don't pull them out right away. And then he turns around. They see his mask and his static pink cloak. And he says to them, let's see how many bodies I can drop. Cut.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Is that it?
Is it the end?
That's the to be continued.
Oh.
Oh
God. Alright, so I already know what I'm gonna do when we play again. But I'm not gonna tell you.
I'm actually excited now.